All right, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of our series in top 10 must-have RV accessories. Now, if you'll remember, or if you haven't watched our first video, go back and watch part 1. Part 1 talks about all the things that we have decided are must-have for our outside setup. But as you know, there's also an inside setup. So today we're going to be talking about 10 items that we consider must-have for our inside setup.
And these are things that we feel help make things go easier. They may save space, they may make things more simple, but we think they're essential to have in your RV setup.
Some of them just prevent messes. And ask us how we know? Well, we've learned from experience.
Yes.
So one of the things that we did mention, that I'm going to mention again, is that we do move usually on a weekly basis, which is more often than most people in the RV community. However, our schedule is driven by our ministry that we run on the road, and so we move pretty frequently. And so some of these items have made it to our top 10 list because we figured out that we needed them when we had a mess on our hands.
Sometimes the hard way.
So just so that you're aware, all of the items that we're going to show you today, we will have links for them in Amazon down below in the description of the video. So we'd love for you to shop and click on our Amazon links. It'll get you to the same place, but it helps us. So look for those links if you're interested in adding any of these items to your RV or to your home.
So as we start this list, we're going to start with some items here in the kitchen that we feel are essential, must-haves.
We spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and so there is actually, I think half of our list comes with just kitchen items. So here we go. First up is going to be our dishes. Everybody needs dishes.
Yes, and we feel like we have found the best ones. And the reason we feel that is because we still have them.
That's right.
2 years in, and we still have the full set. And so we feel they're essential. So take a look at these dishes that we've chosen to have in our RV.
Okay, when we went on the road a couple of years ago, I knew I didn't want to bring my good dishes because I didn't want them to break. And so in the research that I started to do, I found one brand of dishes that stood out. And after 2 years, I can tell you why. So these are Corelle dishes. You can typically find them at Walmart, Target, Kohl's, Amazon, those types of places. I just got the plain white. It came in a set with a dinner plate and a salad plate and a couple of sizes of bowls. And they have been virtually indestructible for us. It's been fabulous. I keep them all tucked away in this drawer, so it's easy and it works. Okay, next up are our pots and pans. So as we said, we do a lot of cooking and spend a lot of time in the kitchen. This was an important item for us to figure out and find. But how many of you have an entire cabinet or an entire drawer in your kitchen devoted to pots and pans? We didn't have that luxury. So these pots and pans, let me show you, you'll understand why they were a necessity. Okay, here are our pots and pans. Now, I have to say that this was probably one of the best investments we made headed into RV living. As I mentioned, most of the time pots and pans take up a lot of space in your cabinet, and I knew that wasn't going to work, and so I knew I had to have something that was very space saving, but yet gave us enough things to cook and to do like we like to do in the kitchen. So this was an investment, but it's been worth it. And so this is our nesting pot set. So we have the big Dutch oven size pot with the lid that fits on it. We also have this smaller, more shallow saucepan, and that same lid fits on that. Now we also have this handle that is detachable, and it fits on all the different pots and pans. This one, we have 3 different sizes. This lid also has this stepped so that it fits on every one of the pans. And then the best part. And that's how it stores under our cabinet. Okay, next up, moving along those same lines of the pots and pans, nesting items save space. So here are some of our favorite nesting items. Nesting saves us so much space. So anything that we can purchase that nests together and tucks together helps us to use our space more efficiently. So here are some examples. We have these nesting strainers. We also have this set of nesting KitchenAid bowls. The other perk of these is that they're plastic, so none of this stuff will break. So these nest into 3 different and sit together. And then of course we have our measuring cups that all nest together. So all of these things help to save space because they... Okay, the next part of our kitchen setup, this makes item number 4 that, I would have a hard time not having these be one of my like tip top if I was having to rake.
Yeah, if you were recommending to a new RVer that is going to be traveling down the road an item.
Yeah.
If you're stationary living in an RV, not as essential.
But yeah, for that reason, this is going to make real close to the top of my list. And that is the bins that we use in the fridge. Take a look. Okay, our fridge bins. We talked about how important these are to us. So when you live in a house, you don't think about the fact because your fridge doesn't move. But in an RV, our fridge moves all the time. So therefore, the things inside our fridge move. So it's very important to keep things contained so that as we drive down the road, we don't have stuff shifting and spilling and dumping. It would be a big mess. We know. So let me show you. These fridge bins are our favorite. So the thing about these that makes them so awesome is, so they're different sizes, but they have these little lips. These little lips lock in right there into the fridge and keep them sturdy. So we keep a lot of things, as you can see, in these bins to keep them safe as we travel.
All right, next up on our list is our pantry door. We have done a lot to make our pantry door very organized, but also very efficient in using space. Again, we love to cook, so we need access to our spices, and saving space with those is essential. And so take a look at our pantry door.
All right, one of the things that we love the most about this RV layout was this pantry. Lots of storage, and we wanted to make sure that we used it efficiently. So one of the first things we did are to order the spice racks. These came with the jars, the lids, the labels, and the little shelves that we attached to the pantry door. We also ordered these little wire shelves that attach to the pantry door for things like Ziplocs, wraps, foils, that kind of thing. The other thing that has been crucial in our pantry storage are these little shelves. These are metal and wooden shelves that we put together. Anytime you have a deep cabinet, if you can add another layer, you get more storage out of it. Our 6th item, we're moving into the bathroom. So we are a family of 6 using one bathroom, and so it's essential that we streamline things in the bathroom.
Did we mention 5 are women?
Yes. One of the things that, again, just like those fridge bins that we showed you, the thing about the bathroom is that we move down the road all the time. And so lots of product and things in the shower could be a problem. And so check out this shower caddy. It saves us a lot of space and a lot of spilled product. Welcome to our shower. So wanted to show you the shower caddy, and this was the best way to do it. So we actually have 2. So these are 3 and 3. So we have 2 mounted side by side together. And as you can see, they have the little pumps, the labels, and we can just open the lid and put all of our product inside. All right, the next item or items on our list are the washer and dryer. Now, for a family of 6, I'm not sure how we would do with it. I do know exactly how we would do without a washer and dryer. We would spend a lot of quarters at laundromats.
Yeah, and we're saying 10 essentials, must-have items. If we tried to do without any of these, we would be in a world of hurt, I feel like.
Yes. But this is one that we found makes our life much easier, and it's one of the things we're super glad that we purchased in the beginning. So check out our washer and dryer. All right, so this is our washer and dryer. As you can see, it's housed here in the master bedroom at the very front of our RV, and we use this constantly. So as a family of 6, I'm always washing clothes. Now, a couple of things just to point out about the washer and dryer. These are made by a company called Splendide, which makes them, they make specific RV washers and dryers. Now, they are a little bit smaller, as you can see, than a normal washer and dryer that you would have in your house. But I think this has saved us a ton of money not having to visit laundromats. All right, next up. One of the interesting things about an RV life, or tiny home life in general, is that it messes up really fast because it's such a small space. But the opposite side of that, the other side of that, is that it also cleans up quickly because there's not as much to clean up. One of the things that we do multiple times a week, or that I do multiple times a week, is vacuum, and I usually mop at least once a week just because of the foot traffic. And so these are the two things, the vacuum and the mop, that are space saving but yet help me get the job done. Two of the items that I use a lot in the RV is my Dyson cordless vacuum. I actually got this before we were in RV life, when we lived in our house and used it a lot there. Brought it with me, and it has been a game changer. I use it all the time. And then the other thing is this O-Cedar. I guess you would call this like a stick mop or a floor mop. It's just something very easy. So the thing that's easy and handy about this is this little canister detaches. You can throw the mop part into the wash, and it's just easy. It's not heavy. It's easy for the RV.
All right, next item on our list is bungee straps. Now, you might be thinking, why would you need bungee straps inside your RV? We travel, like Casey said, almost weekly, and there's stuff that would open up if we didn't have them. It also helps us break down for when we are getting ready to move. We can roll things up, we can strap things closed.
I had no idea 2 years ago how handy these little bungee cords would be and how many places we would use them. Okay, these bungees looks like such a small item, but it's been very crucial for us. So I got these off of Amazon because they were smaller. We use them for everything. We use them for securing cabinets. We use them for securing the fridge. We use them for rolling up the rug and securing the rug. So here's what I do oftentimes. These are the ones for the fridge. Put a couple of them together on the ends, loop them through the fridge doors. That helps keep the fridge closed. I had to put 3 together for the rug, roll it around the rug, and loop them over each other. They're just so handy to keep things in place. Rolling down the road is hard work on an RV. All right, last on our list for our top 10 RV items, must-have RV accessories for the inside, are these little things that seem insignificant, but wow, they make a big difference. And it's these little Velcro command strips. Now, you will hear people all through the RV community talk about command strips and how they saved their life. For me personally, these particular ones that are like Velcro have proven to be the best, the most efficient, and the most durable ones that I've found.
And a lot of people make comments. We did a video, I'll put a card right up here, for our RV tour, and a lot of people made comments about how much it felt like a home. Part of what makes it feel like a home is what she hangs on the walls with these little tiny strips.
All right, I brought you into the bunk room to show you about these Velcro command strips. So you see the girls' message boards. That's how they're attached. So I'm going to pull one down and show you. Here we go. These little command strips. So they come in 2 packs. You're going to attach one to whatever's going on the wall, one on the wall, and then they pop together.
All right, thanks so much for joining us for our 10 must-have RV accessories.
Inside edition.
Yes, inside edition. I'll put a link to the video for our outdoor items, as well as a playlist for our top 3 Thursdays. Check those out as well. Lots of great information there. We'd love to have you follow along, so please subscribe to our channel, and we'll look forward to having you on the next episode.